Good morning and welcome back to the Hopi Living in the City channel. If you're new here, thank you for coming in. We are a family from the Hopi Nation residing here in the Phoenix area. And if you are not, welcome back and thank you for tuning in to our channel. It is Friday morning, a cool 43 degrees down here in the valley. And I'm just taking you for a ride with me, my morning commute into central Phoenix. Just showing you what it's like right now. I know some of you haven't been here for a while, and it's pretty, I guess, chilly in the morning, but then usually in the afternoon it's basically trunks and t-shirt weather. Yesterday was a little breezy in the evening, and it started to get a little cloudy. But other than that, it's been really warm, I guess, and comfortable. But yeah, let's go sit back and enjoy the ride. Let's see if there's any unusual activity happening.
Monday's playoff game between the Rams and Vikings.
Containing churches from 4 different denominations, including a Southern Baptist and a Methodist church. I'm Danielle Camara in Tucson.
And you're listening to Morning Edition on KJCZ.
The nation honored the memory of the late Jimmy Carter this week. That and all the week's news in our political roundtable. Next time on Here and Now.
And that political roundtable coming up this morning at 10 here on KJCZ, right after our original production of the show. Heading for a high today near 63 degrees. It's still 42 right now in Phoenix at 5:44.
Support for NPR comes from this station and from C3 AI. C3 Generative AI works to enable rapid access to traceable.
Saw that car flying up from somewhere. I thought this Mustang right here was gonna go chase it. Is this a Mustang or a Nissan? No, that's a Nissan. I thought it was gonna join the fun. But yeah, yesterday I was working on the second shelf in the garage, and I kind of ran out of materials, so I just put up the backing, the wall backing, and then I cut the pieces that are going to go in the center of the shelf. I also picked up some heavier bolts for the bracing that's onto the ceiling trusses. So I'm going to sturdy that up this weekend. I'm also going to get some additional lumber and finish that second shelf. Then I can start transitioning some of the materials from where they're currently at, like our what is it, the grease now, like the oil and different chemicals for vehicles. I'll move those over, and then I will try to assess where we can transition some of the remaining storage containers. We have about 3 containers of teaching materials that were supposed to go to the classrooms, but we haven't had a chance to take them anywhere yet. So we have a plan to maybe drop them off next time we're up north, or provide it, maybe like gift bags with them for the younger kids to learn. There's some different tools in there that they can learn science with. I think that's like 2 or 3 totes, those 27-gallon ones. And then, so once we do that, that'll free up all that space, at least about 2.5 feet by 2 feet. Check out this truck right here. 4x4 Ram. And so yeah, that's what's going on this weekend. I don't know how you guys are feeling, if it's cold or cool where you're at. Hope everyone's doing well. And let's see if there's anything else on the news.
From the incoming Trump administration in just 10 days now, and he said, after pausing, he said, "I'm not in a position to answer that, but I pray to God they will."
By the way, this puts FEMA front and center as the Trump administration comes in, and Donald Trump has not exactly had the best relationship with FEMA, shall we say.
No, but it's going to be his FEMA. You know, he has to pick the director then, and he has to be the one sorting out, you know, where the resources go. FEMA just got about $29 billion in that government funding bill at the end of last year for the disaster relief fund. That's the fund that, you know, the federal government can turn to reimburse state and local officials for immediate disasters like this. But I think another thing to think about is that the federal government only funded through March 14th. Like, they haven't done full year funding.
Right.
So there is going to be another funding crunch at some point because Congress hasn't done the full year authorization, and that means the clock is ticking again on funding these critical agencies.
All right, thanks a lot. That is ABC News White House correspondent Karen Travers joining us, talking about the federal response to what's going on in Los Angeles, which I don't think could get any worse, but I think, Bill, it is going to get worse.
You really can't see it getting any better anytime soon, can you? It's just a mess. Coming up in just moments, there is a solution to a stinky problem in Laveen. Yeah, we'll explain all of that coming up.
Okay, right now, let's find out how stinky your traffic is. It's John Roller in the Valley Chevy Dealers Traffic Center.
Well, right now, guys, you don't have to hold your nose. Looking pretty good. We are Friday light. Coming in from the West Valley, that's where we're starting to see a little bit of slowing starting to spool up. Right at Avondale Boulevard, that's your point A, and then again, it gets heavy right at the 101 transition, the Agua Fria freeway coming into downtown. Then again, you'll reload right at the 202 transition, the southbound transition to the eastbound I-10 right now about 17 minutes from the 101 into downtown Phoenix. Southbound I-17, normal slowing starting to build from Glendale Avenue down to Bethany Home Road. Then again, light slowing south of the stack as you approach the Durango curve. A couple of places where we have some police activity, 51st Avenue and Thomas. Look for some squad cars in the command center right there. We'll learn more about that. And then also in the Far East Valley, got some DPS troopers on a traffic stop. Westbound US 60 right near Power Road, that after a short pursuit. John Roller, KTAR News.
Lots of sunshine through the weekend. We'll see a high of 64 degrees today. Clear skies tonight, down to 39 by morning, 63 Saturday and Sunday. 42 right now in Scottsdale. Weather is brought to you by Howard Air. Whether replace or repair, call Howard Air.
Hear that? That's the sound of your life. Perfectly.
Appealed to the European Court of Human Rights against the decisions of Romanian courts to annul his victory in the first round. According to the latest opinion poll, he's favourite to win again in May, unless the Constitutional Court disqualifies him.
And Venezuela has closed its border with Colombia in response to what it called an international conspiracy. Nicolas Maduro is due to be sworn in for a third term as president later today, but the man widely seen as the real winner of last year's election has threatened to return from exile. I'm Rob Hugh Jones at the BBC in London.
And you're listening to Morning Edition on KJZZ.
Weekly Arizona news coverage.
No, seriously, the best person to talk to your child about.
Always something going on in the world, huh? A lot of times we don't really listen or watch the news at home. But when we want to learn about the news, then we just check several sites to make sure that we're getting a balanced reporting of events across the globe. One thing I'd like to hear more about home is if they could add like a Dave Ramsey section to the GUI lineup, and also some, I guess, more of the financial discussions, like investing, saving, paying down debt, that kind of stuff. That would be nice to hear out there. But yeah, it's pretty light. I'm going to get something to eat along the way, and then today we are finally, after I don't know how long, going to start quantiferin tuberculosis testing on the Diasorin Liaison XS instrument. It took a lot of work to get the rules working, but then once we were done, then we had to wait on policy approvals, so it was pushed back till today. So this afternoon we have our kickoff, and I'm not sure the frequency of testing that's going to occur, if it's going to be daily or if it's going to be batched, but we hope to improve the turnaround times and also minimize the amounts of specimens rejected just because of technicalities with the incubation times and shipping and receiving times. So that's on the agenda for today. That's the big thing anyway. Other than that, it's gonna be a nice day, and I hope to get something really good to eat. I might kind of stay and wait for the one lady to get there because she makes her tortillas nice and thin. However, she probably won't be there until like 7 or something. And then right now there's usually one family that's there, and their corned beef burritos are good. Corned beef with potatoes, but they also are, the bread's really thick. So I'll probably, if I get one or two, probably two, then I'll go ahead and open it up and just use a fork. That way I don't consume too many of the carbs. But other than that, I'm not too ready for them because we had a ton of tamales over the holidays, but I might get one today. So you guys have a great day. Don't forget to hug and spend time with your loved ones, and you guys have a good day.